Hi guys, Julie the Oracle here. I hope everyone is having a good December so far. This reading will be timeless, so it doesn't really matter when I'm doing it. I do mention stuff here and there just because I like to, but please take what resonates and leave the rest. So I decided to let the cards tell me a story today, or tell your story. Whoever's tuning in today, this is obviously, you're meant to be here. This is your message. So I've pulled 3 cards. So this is my kawaii deck. It's like $5 if you have a Five Below in your area. It's really cute. So if you want a cutesy deck like that, you know, by all means, it's really good. You can read intuitively off of any deck. I have a few oracle cards for you as well. So I pulled the 5 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So the first thing that I'm getting is the 5 of Wands. If we're going to do past, present, future type of thing, if I want to read it that way, in the past, and it could be recent past, it doesn't have to be a long time ago, it can be, just depends on your situation. But 5 of Wands is telling me that there was some type of struggle, conflict that you have been through, and whatever kind of drama or traumatic relationship or whatever it may have been, I feel like it's definitely affected you. You know, and I don't want to say you're bitter, but there might be a part of you that's bitter, that's done with it, over, like you're over it. You don't want to feel anything anymore. You don't care. And I say that because the 5 of Wands, I mean, you know, you had a zest for life back then, but the struggle, whatever conflict you had something very challenging that you went through. And I feel like you've lost a piece of yourself. That maybe, you know, like I don't want to say the light in your eyes is gone. There's still you in there. There's a spark of you left. You're never gone. But sometimes these life events that we go through, whether it is a breakup or a job loss or, you know, something that when we're really happy and we really have a passion for something, that we love something, or someone for that matter, when we lose that person or that thing that we were so happy about, or if we fail to make our goal, or whatever it may be, it can be devastating and people can take it as trauma. I mean, it can cause PTSD. It's because you just feel like this was my life. This is where I thought it was going, or who I was going to be with, or this isn't how I thought things would end in this particular area of my life. And I think that for you, I think it dimmed your world. You know, your world is a little bit grayer now. Like, you can still see color, but it's not as vivid. It's not like Wizard of Oz vivid, like after the tornado. Your world is, but it's not black and white like, you know, pre-tornado in Wizard of Oz either. But it is like a grayed out colors. Everything's a little bit dimmer, grayer. It's not, you're not feeling that vivid. You don't have that luster, that shine about you. And this is how you feel, and you can't help feeling that way, and you're not really sure how to pull yourself out of that funk other than, you know, I can make some recommendations, but this is just where you have been. This is what the past has done to you and why you are the way you are, because it kind of leads into the 4 of Cups, considering that the 4 of Cups, I mean, these are happy little cups in the card, but, you know, maybe coffee makes you happy, or tea, or, you know, hot chocolate or something, but 4 of Cups is kind of a meh. It can be like, I don't care. It can be rejection. It can just be apathy. And I feel like you kind of are that place. You don't want to feel anything anymore. So, and maybe whatever happened to you previously, you're just afraid to put yourself back out there, and no matter what it was, it's like you have this fear about like reaching out to someone or trying to go back to that thing that you love to do, you know. And I'm trying to think of, it's like somebody who used to love to sing, and then you had like this horrifying, embarrassing moment, you forgot the lyrics or something, and it was just so bad that it traumatized you, and you'd never want to go through that again. So it's easier for you not to even try. And I hope I'm making some sense here to some of you, like different situations. So that's just an example. And who knows, it might ring true for somebody who's listening. They're like, oh, I went through that. Yeah. Don't be afraid. It's hard. And some people, it just depends. You might have just be done with it and you want to move on with your life. Well, maybe it's time to rediscover yourself. It's rediscover something new. Because that Four of Cups is over here with that apathy, like, oh, I don't care. You refuse to care. You're not finding the joy in life anymore, or it's just not appealing to you. You're kind of ho-hum. That's kind of what I'm getting. That ho-hum, like, it is what it is, whatever. Like, there's no fight left in you. Like, what happened? I don't know what happened, but you've got to get that spark back. I mean, the Five of Wands, these are stars. Like, you need the shine back. You need the luster. You need to rediscover that. There's a spark in you somewhere, and you need to relight that fire to get it ignited and roaring within you so that you can feel that zest for life again. And I get it. People go through this shit. They go through it and you don't feel anything. And this could be an aspect of mental health for you. If it's like you're feeling that anxiety about trying to go back to it, or you feel like that depression because you feel like you lost it and you can't get it back, and you just don't have the want or need or energy or drive to do anything. It's just like you're complete and total apathy. Like, I don't care, don't want to, not going to try. Like, you've got to change your outlook. And I highly suggest you do some journal writing. And this is just a suggestion. Different things work for different people. So if you like counseling and therapy, I suggest you find someone that you can talk about things with. Talk therapy, highly recommend it. Worked for me. If it doesn't work for you, then you could look into self-help books, things, exercises. You can do writing exercises, journaling, poetry. There are feelings in you. And even if it's like you just don't care, like, write a poem about how you don't care. Put it out there. That's what I'm saying. Put it out there and, listen to some music. Listen to something that gets your soul, like, moving, that makes your heart skip a beat, that makes you have, you want to feel like goosebumps again. Something that makes you feel something. Maybe it's a TV show. Maybe it's a movie or a book. Maybe it's your pet that keeps the life going in you because you just, you have a little furry friend that loves you and you want to take care of it. You got to find things that you love that would reignite your passion, that would keep you going, so that, you don't fall into this pit of despair. That's what I'm calling it. Kind of referring to the Princess Bride there, like when, he's technically dead and, they have to force the air out of him and it says true love. So he's not really like giving up. It's just that his body gave up for a little bit, but, he's still wanting to, he's still fighting. Even though it doesn't appear like that. Your soul is still fighting. I feel like, this was some major thing in your past. So in the present, you're not doing a whole lot. But your Page of Pentacles, this is where it is. This is where you need to try to do some meditation and find some stillness and really reflect on the things that are going through your mind. You've got to allow yourself to think about these things, even if they're unpleasant. Like, at least to process and then find a way to heal from them. You can do role play, like I said, journaling, music. You can interpret through dance. You can dance the feelings off, even if it's just barely moving. Like, you've got to find a way, something that will help reignite this, your pilot light. That's what I want to say. You've got to reignite the pilot light. The gas is still in there, clearly. And not to make a fart joke, but it's there. But the Page of Pentacles is about, like, get yourself grounded, your head's not in the clouds, but it's not anywhere. It's like, it's just too spacey. Like, you don't want to think about these things. You don't want to feel anything, but you're going to have to. Because that's being human. That's living life. And get yourself grounded. Get yourself meditated, or take a walk, or whatever you need to do to start getting these thoughts flowing again. And it's time to start taking this action. So time to start moving. Because, you're kind of sloughing it right now. with this feeling like I don't really care. I don't, it's time. You got to get moving somehow. Like physical moving, but you got to get your mental space like moving, those thoughts flowing through you, and you need energy flowing through you. But take it out on art, like sketch something, draw something, paint something, make some clay, just do something where you can take your mind of it, let your thoughts flow, but you can be putting that energy from all those thoughts and those whatever you are feeling, you can put it into art and words and dance and song, whatever it is you need to do. I would highly recommend putting it into that, and you could put it into your artwork, or whether you're hands-on or if that entails like taking photographs or different things. But I don't know who you are, but I feel for you because I've been there. I mean, I've had depression and stuff before too. And it's like you just can't get going. And sometimes you just don't have the energy, and you've got to realize, like, is this me? Is it physical? There could be a physicality here. Maybe there's something that, you're dealing with, emotional, mental level, but it could be affecting you physically too. Or it could be physical. A lot of illnesses going around right now where you're just like, oh, I just want to lay in bed. There's fatigue, but sometimes that fatigue can be mental, emotional, spiritual, not just physical. The physical body is affected by a lot that goes through the mind. And it's good that we keep our minds sharp and we start doing things we love. So go out and find the joy in life. Find things that you actually enjoy doing and start doing those more. But it also helps to have somebody to talk to about stuff. So find someone that's willing to let you just talk, and they're willing to just listen. If you don't want advice, then let them listen. And then just say, thank you for listening. I feel so much better. Like, do whatever it takes. So whatever you find that works for you, keep doing it, because that's going to pull you out of this funk that you're in. And the Page of Pentacles is going to start, moving. That's a messenger. So like, that's your message telling you to get up off your butt and start moving. It's time to start walking and start going somewhere. Find a direction in your life and go. And it could come in any form. Don't let that conversation or that person or that situation or whatever it was that was so dramatic in this Five of Wands, don't let it affect you for the rest of your life. You don't want to miss out on the beautiful opportunities coming towards you, because there will be some, and as soon as you start moving, that's when you come across that next door that's going to open for you. Don't miss that opportunity, because once you step through, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this feels so much better. You're going to find a new purpose. You're going to find new energy, new life. And, because I don't want this to be like necessarily a downer kind of video, but I know that some people are really feeling that right now, and the holidays are the worst time. And sometimes it's seasonal, winter time, fall, winter. We are getting close to the winter solstice, so it's very important that we take care of ourselves. That self-love and self-care is going to go really far for you. But find what raises your vibrations, find what works for you, and do what's best for you. But don't give up. Just keep trying, keep moving. That's going to be important. And with that, I'm going to do some oracle cards. So, definitely, the Ascendant Oracle says strength. Definitely need that, stay grounded, rooted to the ground, but don't let your head float away. Like, it's one thing to have your head in the clouds and be dreaming about something. It's okay to dream and fantasize about what we want, but you're not even doing that right now. You're just kind of spacey. Like, you don't really have anything to look forward to, or you're not finding, something to dream about, like a goal. Set a goal for yourself, even if it's a tiny goal, like get up in the morning and shower, or make yourself breakfast or something, because at least you start feeling accomplished after you do at least one little task every day. But you're going to need all the strength you can get, so keep your strength up. I got Saints and Angels Oracle is Saint Mother Teresa, activist. I think this card is just telling you, like, to get out and start doing stuff, not just the self-love and self-care for yourself, but doing for others sometimes will bring in a lot of that self-love and self-care, because you'll feel accomplished. again, it's like drawing from that strength and being active in your situation, or whatever you choose to do. Do something that makes you feel good for yourself, or if it makes you feel good to help others, then do that. I mean, find that passion, find a new hobby. If you don't want to go back to the whatever it was that harmed you, if it was a hobby or something like that, nobody says you have to go back. I mean, I don't even go bowling anymore because I had panic attacks, and I tried to, but I kind of burnt out on it. So it's like, I'm okay with not going back. I did it for years and years and I loved it. But as soon as it got to be where, I'm tired now, and I kind of, quote unquote, retired from it. So at 21, and I really haven't done it since. But I find new hobbies all the time, and I love doing my artwork, and I love music and singing and dancing, and, not in front of people necessarily. You can do it for yourself. Nobody says you have to like put on a show, but I like doing art. Like I said, I love baking, and I like photography and, being in nature, taking a walk. Like, there's so many things that people love doing. So find what works for you, get active in it. You're going to feel accomplished. Even if you get up and do one task a day, it's like, you know what? I did good today. I got up, but I combed my hair, I took a shower, or I did that. But you got to start moving. The more you get done, the better you're going to feel. And they got new moon in Capricorn. It said your hard work is paying off. Some of you may already be attempting this. Good for you. Good for you. I support you. I love you. Keep it up. You do have people that are rooting for you. And both on the spiritual side of things, but here in 3D, I am rooting for all of you that are listening right now. If you are struggling to get up every day for whatever reason that this is, just keep moving, keep getting up, keep doing for yourself. And I think that you're finding that road is going to be a little bit easier to take, and you're going to come out of whatever this funk is, and, whatever that bothers you it's going to start fading. You're going to start healing from it as you make progress. So your hard work is going to pay off for sure. If it's not already, for those of you, if you're tuning into this, you're listening because you're feeling a certain type of way. Yeah, this is for you. This is your message. Yes, take it as confirmation. And your hard work will pay off, and keep doing what you're doing. So if you're working on it, this is just saying, keep it up. That's the message. And then this is interesting. Your color card came out to be yellow. It's 22, which reduces to 4. 4 is my stability. And I think that you're trying to find that stability in your life, because right now it just feels like you're kind of in a super neutral zone, which you would think is stable, but it's not. It's like the wrong end of things. Like, you go from like being too active or doing too much to doing like next to nothing. So you got to find it in the middle where you balance it all out, where you're kind of active, but you know when to rest, but you are moving. And you got to get to where you're moving to do that. And yellow is such a bright color, and it's warm and cheery for most people. It says purify your body. If you might be feeling sluggish because of, medication changes, or because of food, maybe you're changing your diet, or you're being sick, or whatever it is, there could be reasons that you're not feeling good. Maybe you're just bogged down because you're eating the wrong things. And I'm not one to say should anything, because I'm sitting here eating cake. Not right now, I'm not, but I will be. But I've been, baking a lot lately because it is the holidays and I love doing it. I just had to take a sip of my drink. But yes, purify your body. So this might just mean whatever works for you. So if you start an exercise regimen, or just you want to go take a walk or bicycle or go hiking or something, whatever makes you happy. But connect to nature. Connect to nature. Get outside. Make sure you get a little bit, at least 15 minutes of sun. Breathe a little bit of fresh air if possible, depending on how warm or cold it is. And purifying your body also kind of means like find that stillness, that meditation. And if you need to make dietary changes and drink more water or whatever you need to do, or if you're affected by a disease like I am and have to change medications in order to balance out, totally understand. I'm right there with you. I go through this. I'm going through this now where I'm feeling a little bit more sluggish, but we're trying something because my thyroid, for instance, is out of whack. It's not too far out of whack, but it is unbalanced right now. We're not sure. Maybe my weight loss caused it. So we are trying to get back to what is in normal range. So we're trying something for now, and we'll do more in-depth testing later. But while you're going through this, make whatever necessary changes and get plenty of rest. That's one thing that I haven't, and I'm reading this for myself here. I need to sleep more. It's 10:30 at night when I'm actually doing this, and you probably won't see this until later. But when this does air on the day it does air, it will be morning when it comes out, and I just get some sleep. I highly recommend getting some rest. I know that I need more sleep, and I do, I've been drinking lots and lots of water, and I haven't been eating as much, which is fine. I just got to make sure what I do eat is pretty well balanced. And so I try to do that to the best of my ability. And so far, so good. I'm pretty healthy. Things are coming back nicely with blood tests and everything. But if you need to purify that body, like if you need to just, I'm not a doctor, so I can't recommend a lot of things, but some people try fasting, and some people eat small meals every day, or whatever it is that you think you need to do to change. If you do something and you start feeling better, keep doing it. That's all I'm going to say. And then I want to end on a happier note. Like, in terms of that last card, that Page of Pentacles becoming active and moving, get moving, because guess what? Every day, tomorrow is a new day. YOLO, you only live once. And it says, Carpe fucking diem. Seize the day. And that's exactly what I want you to do. Seize the day. Do whatever. Cook, clean, take a walk, shower. Like, even if you do like a couple of things and then you go back to bed, like at least you've accomplished a couple of things. And if you want to get up and take the day and go hiking all day and then come back and, make a big meal and watch a movie, like do whatever you want to do. Just do it for you. Do what makes you happy, and you'll notice the difference. Let me know how you're doing. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and let me know how you're doing. I'd like to keep up with anybody that is going through this. You've got people that will listen, but I really do hope that you can pull yourself out of this. So good luck, guys. Until next time. Bye.